When going on YouTube to watch reviews for movies or TV shows, or even finding recommendations, it's often the same types of films and TV shows that are recommended to you. You know, the prestigious Oscar winner, the one that's sweeping all the award shows, the ones that critics are saying are the best thing known to mankind. And I'm not just talking about Paddington 2, there's a lot of different channels that typically just revolve around stuff like that. And sometimes I think there should be a widespread of different type of content recommended to you from your favorite critics and reviewers. So today I'm going to talk about something a little bit different from what I would normally talk about. Today I'm going to tell you about a TV show that revolves around two best friends doing competitions.
We're both going to put dead octopuses on our head. Who can drink more beer? Benny and I are going to switch identities. Whoever plays the other guy better wins. Who is the better Jew? Who can keep a dump in their pants the longest? Who can stay in a gorilla suit the longest? Who can get laid more? Who can get further with the other guy's mom? Yes, you heard it correctly. We're both going to date each other's mothers, and whoever gets sexually further with them is the winner.
Kenny VS Spenny is a Canadian TV show which honestly is so hard to describe. The premise is very easy and simple to understand, but it's hard to put the show in one box. It's a number of things. It's two best friends competing each week for a competition to see who's better at a certain subject. Whoever wins gets to humiliate the other one at the end of the episode. You could also describe it as a friendship falling apart over a handful of years as they both clearly grow to hate each other a bit more.
I'd like police car sent over, please. Get it! What the fuck? Don't put shit in my mouth, man! Don't put shit in my mouth!
You're quitting.
Yes.
You're quitting the show.
Yes.
Honestly, look at me and say you're quitting the show.
I'm quitting the show.
Okay, get the fuck out.
You could call it a reality show, although I don't know if I would exactly go that far. It's kind of a reality show in its own sense of the word reality. It's doing something that at the time no one else was really doing. Lots of people compare this to Jackass and stuff like that, but it really is just in its own lane. The show stars Kenny Hotz and Spencer Rice, two lifelong friends who each week compete for our amusement to see what they're better at. As you see in the start of the video, there's a handful of different things that they do, and each episode goes somewhat in a similar route, but it's the two's clashing personalities that really make it something really special. Kenny is a devious, evil bastard who will literally go as far as he needs to in any direction in order to one-up Spenny, going literally as far as you would think, making Spencer think that his mother's passed away when in reality she's completely fine. Kenny just wanted to run the race quicker.
That totally worked, Mother. Thank you for looking so terrible. We're all going to hell, but at least we'll be together.
Or going as far to say that someone in LA has bought Spencer's script, tricking him into thinking that he's going to Hollywood and making movies.
Hello?
Spencer Rice.
That's me.
That's
Oh my god.
Whereas on the other hand, you have Spencer, who very much considers the competitions very serious and basically treats it as like a day-to-day job. I guess this was a day-to-day job for them, but he takes some of these competitions so far. In one of the episodes, they both have to wear a chicken coop on the top of their head, and bro is acting like he's in the middle of an exam.
Oh, you're a genius.
Thank you.
Let me tell you something. I'm going to stick with my roofie for the rest of this competition, and I'm going to win.
Get out of here, plunger boy.
Yeah, don't worry.
You dumb fucking
Enjoy your
chicken.
chick.
But basically, the fact that these two are so different is what makes the show work so great.
And I'm hanging here in a sex chair, and I don't know where to fucking go.
I think a big reason why the show stands out from other shows that were on at the same time is that they would just take things as far as they possibly could, basically testing the boundaries of what you were actually allowed to show on TV. Some of the episode titles I don't even think I can say in this video because I fear the video will just immediately get demonetized. Who can stay naked the longest?
Hey, what are you doing? Don't touch me! Hang on, stop. Everybody stop. Someone's gonna get hurt!
Who can stay homeless the longest?
Who's Spenny?
He's my uncle, that's why I'm out on the street.
First guy to get a boner loses.
Oh my god, you're mental.
He doesn't even have a boner! You're gay!
Who can be tied to a goat the longest?
The goat's like espresso?
And these are just random episodes. My two favorites have to be first guy to get a stain loses.
First rule is very simple.
First one to get a stain loses.
You lose.
Kenny!
And who can imitate the other guy better?
Or Spenny. Hey! Don't... Okay, wait a sec. Don't fucking laugh!
The show was definitely going against the boundaries of what you would regularly see on television and what you were actually allowed to show and what you weren't. I'm almost convinced that half of this stuff shouldn't have been allowed to be on TV. It's wild as well because the show went on a different number of networks. It originally started on CBC television, it went into Showcase, at one point it was on Comedy Central and being executive produced by Matt Stone and Trey Parker. It really has just been everywhere and anywhere. And the fact of the matter is, the show isn't on TV anymore. It originally started in 2003 and it officially went off air after the 6th season in 2010.
I think I got a hand job. She touched my penis. By definition, that's a hand job, right?
Now, before I even get into the fact that the show hasn't been on TV for 14 years, I should probably mention a couple little things that people bring up fairly often. Some people often question the authenticity of the show and think that some of it's scripted, and sure, in some cases that's probably true. There's probably little bits and pieces that they do plan ahead for, but to say like huge elements of the show are completely scripted and affected by this, I completely disagree. Many people think that Spenny is playing an exaggerated version of himself, and after watching years of behind the scenes stuff and interviews with the two, this isn't true whatsoever. If it is, then Spenny might be the best actor in the world. Give him an Oscar.
You weren't specifically told not to use a living person.
There's no rules.
Well, may I? Yeah, you're allowed to. You're being way too polite. Yeah, I can tell you're from Canada.
I think these are two guys that when they're on camera, they're pretty close to themselves. Obviously, everyone is a little bit different when they're on camera, but for these two, I really don't think there is that much difference. Now, yeah, of course, the show's been off air for 14 years. There's many stories towards why it ended. In some interviews, Kenny will say that it was the network that cut the show completely. In other interviews, he'll say that Spenny just physically and mentally couldn't take another season of the show. Generally, there's no real answer. The only people that know why the show ended is Kenny and Spenny, and obviously the people that worked for the network. I think there's some truth to all of these statements. I think all of the different variables came together and kind of affected the outcome of where the show was going in the future. You know, that obviously sucks, but the show's still there to sit and rewatch. And again, that doesn't mean that Kenny or Spenny have slowed down whatsoever. The two continue to tour live every year, like they do a lot of dates. They haven't come to the UK or Scotland in a while, or ever I think, but I don't know, maybe if the show continues to gain more traction, then they will. They also did like a reunion show a couple years ago during COVID called Pandemic. It's okay. I'm not gonna badmouth it because I want people to watch this show. It's fine. It's nothing special. It's good to see the two of them years after the show's over, but I don't know, I think a lot of people were kind of disappointed by this and thought that they were going to get something a lot more out of it, but obviously, you know, don't judge everything you see by a trailer. I think the main reason I'm making this video today is to put more traction to the show. Kenny is currently uploading every episode in a remastered 4K on his YouTube channel for literally anyone to watch. You don't have to pay or anything, you just go on there. But if you do want to support him, then, you know, his Patreon's there as well. I think this is a show that was criminally underutilized by networks, not by the two themselves. And I think in the right hands, this show could have been incredible and honestly could possibly have still been running today. There's a whole audience of people that would love this that clearly just haven't discovered it. And I think more and more people should watch this because at the end of the day, Kenny and Spenny were really doing something very unique. And who knows, maybe if they gain enough traction, we can get more stuff like this.
Are you out of your mind?
No.
Do you think I'm gonna take the bigger one because I'm taller than you?
Yes.
You weigh more than me.
My penis weighs more than you.
Don't laugh at that, it's not funny.